Okay, so if I remember, the really beginning part of the intro is Zach on synth kind of doing like this arpeggio thing, and then it kind of goes on for a while and not an exact amount of time, but then I usually watch Justin. He kind of gives a signal and then he comes in with the drum beat. It's a simple kind of drum beat, and I try to kind of when he comes in, come in. So this is basically like in G. So I'll come in, I'll slide into the G on the 10th fret of the 5th string, and then it's CB, this is the 4th string, and then G, and then CD, kind of these slides. So it's, and then the second time, uh, go to this G, an octave up, and then the CD on the 2nd string, 13th to 14th. So the whole thing is. And I do that whole thing like twice, I think, and um, then we go to this repetitive kind of arpeggiating thing on the synth, and I'm just kind of doing like sliding into the G back like 8 times, like. Basically, and then like that's just like we're kind of like repeating that, and then like the 8th time, after the 8th time, it goes into the riff, which is the main like A riff, which is. So it's over G, it's like G minor, D minor, which is like basically the whole A part of the song. I was telling you it's like the arpeggio. If you play G like this, it's kind of 1 3 5 1. So you could play it in this shape, or the way I've been playing is like. And then so you go to the arpeggio, and then you add the 9th, or like the A, after the G. So it's like 1 3 5 1 2 or 9, whatever. It just walks back G. Then it walks back on the G pentatonic. And then it goes back to the, instead of going back to the G, it starts on the 1 on the D. So there's just some rhythm, I guess, to practice. Whoops. That walk back's I guess kind of faster. And it's basically the similar thing on from the D. It's like the arpeggio, like D minor, like 1 3 5 1, and then the E, so the 9th of the D. But this one does it goes like E, E, and then there's a little trill on the EF. And then it's C and D, so hold on to play it. Yeah, so there's a quick like CD pull off before it goes back to the G. So I'll play the whole thing again. Oops. Basically that, and it does that 4 times, and then it goes. I was telling you, goes into just the strumming the G and then D. So this is very like reverby, probably phasered, like maybe some delay if you want. And I'll go like here, G minor, D minor, and I do a lot of like, oops, go into like this chord. I'll like take off this, so it's a sus2 or whatever, I guess. I don't know. Or if you're playing the G here, you can take off that one. But it's just, I think it's 8 times. Like if G, D, that's 1 bar measure. It's 8 of that. And then this is the last one, G, D. Then it goes, the little bridge part is to C, back up to D minor, back to C, that's the bridge, and then the B part is F and C, back and forth, 4 times. F, D, with that little D minor thrown in. So I'll play the last D1, or the last A1, G, D, and the bridge. So I was telling you, like, in between the C going to the F is like a little quick D minor. You can play the C here, D minor, F. And then there's 4 times the last C, then just goes, right after that goes back into the and then back to the A part, and then 8 times, and then back to the B part. And then the only difference is the second B part, after that C, instead of going into the riff, it goes into a little like other bridge, which is E flat, B flat, and then A minor. So I'll play the second B, the last parts. C. Whoops. E flat major. Let me do it over. E flat major, A minor, hold it twice. So after that riff is solo. So you do a solo over the A part, over G minor and D. I think it's 4 or 8 times. Can't remember, maybe 4, I think. Fuck. Obviously you guys can mess around with it, find whatever you want to do. But then at the end of the solo, it goes into the fast part, which is just basically the A part fast, which I usually play the G. I usually mostly kind of like power chords, like G minor power chord, G power chord. It does that for a while, and then like after like a minute of that, then like I think I was telling you, the variation is just G, D, and then F, A. I guess it would be F major, A minor, but I usually kind of play power chords. But we're playing F here, F major, A minor, G. So and then it just kind of does that. You know, the fast part is like G, D, and the second half of the fast part is G, D, F, A, and then it just kind of does that until the end, basically. So yeah, that's pretty much it.